can hear you.
Oh, awesome. This is unbelievable.
You have to talk into the microphone.
Alright, I got you. Alright guys, welcome to the show. Today we have Mr. McAfee with us. Now, Mr. McAfee, I see you've been going through Spain and spending some time there. Tell us how the coronavirus has affected your vacation. Has it made things easier for you, or?
Well, I wish I was on vacation. I was just visiting some friends.
I see.
No, we've been underground ever since we got out of jail in the Dominican Republic, and that was back in July, I guess. So for 8 months we've been in hiding. But no, right now it doesn't matter because everything's on lockdown. And people have better things to worry about than Janice and I. We're in Cataluna, which is the most serious martial law yet enacted. We can't go out without permission. The only permission they will give you is to go to the doctor. No stores, you can't buy anything at all. Shoes, shoelaces, chewing gum, cigarettes, nothing.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it's a serious situation. But I've been going out anyway.
Okay.
And,
what kind of precautions do you have to take? Do you have to worry about what words you put into a computer?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course not. I mean, no one can track you down to a location using language or anything else. I mean, plus, my whole life is disinformation. No one can find us as long as we don't have telephones. Now, if we have telephones, we're screwed. But we'll never be able to own phones again.
Jeez.
It's okay. Not a big deal. You have the internet. I'm able to talk to you on Skype and communicate. So as long as we are on a secure internet, which, trust me, if I say it's secure, it's secure. All right? So we're on a secure internet, so it doesn't really matter.
I understand. So, what do you think your end game is regarding this going into hiding? Like, is this just going to be a permanent thing from now on? Or are you going to find somewhere to eventually settle down in, or?
I don't really know. We're not worried about it right yet. I mean, there's more important things happening in the world.
So, I heard you dropped out of the race.
I'm just enjoying myself like I always do. I don't care what's happening. I'm loving it.
I understand.
The martial law, I've never experienced it in my lifetime. Unless you read movies, seen movies about it, read books, and saw 1984, but never experienced it. I'm having fun as long as I get to go out, which I will. And so I'm going out every day. Tomorrow we're going out. We're going to video hospitals because there are no lines of people. There aren't sick people. Jesus, this is a charade, a scam. Some to scare people into taking away your liberty. I mean, this is removal of freedoms. Our freedom of movement here has been removed, and it's going to happen in America. Why? Well, the governments want control, for fuck's sake. I mean, listen, everybody wants more control. Everybody wants more power.
Do you think South Korea has gone too far with collecting data? Because it's helped them combat corona, but at the same time, it's just sacrificing all these civil liberties.
There is no corona to combat people. Good God, you people look at the statistics. Less than 10,000 people have died in 5 months. In that same 5 months, 600,000 have died from the flu. Good God, people wake up. This is not a threat. Everybody knows it's not a threat. It has a brain. It's just the people who are afraid. They go, oh my God, save us. From what? There's nothing to save you from. Good God, this is stupid.
All right. So the other day you dropped out of the race for a little bit, looking to become a VP candidate, and then mysteriously Vermin Supreme, his name no longer appeared on the ballot. Is there anything you can tell us about what ended up happening there? Why did Vermin Supreme deny the VP position?
I have no idea. Because I actually went to Desiree, which is Vermin Supreme's campaign manager.
Oh, yeah?
And said, listen, why don't you guys take me on as vice president? But they'd already taken on a really nice guy. I met him last night on a debate. I was debating somewhere. He was in the debate. Nice young kid. Furman wasn't there. He got lost somewhere. So no, they couldn't do it, didn't want to do it, and they didn't want to be a VP for anybody else. However, Adam Kokesh was also in the debate last night, and we just kind of ignored everybody else and were just chatting during the debate. And he said, well, he would be more than happy to be either president or vice president for me. So
wow.
I just. There's all kinds of wisdom. There's self-understanding. There's understanding of how you relate to the world, and how you relate to your thoughts, feelings, and actions. There's that sort of wisdom. There's wisdom for work, wisdom for family, there's wisdom for happiness. Well, okay, so just general fucking wisdom.
More about during your college time. I heard you got a degree in mathematics. Was that difficult for you? Did you have to struggle through that, or did it come to you simply?
I'm an ex motherfucker, right? Listen, I started out in physics.
Oh, really?
I really loved. But I discovered that to get a physics degree, you have to have as much math as you need to get a math degree, plus all the hard shit that you've got to do with physics, right?
I dig
Quantum mechanics. So I go, fuck me. I know math always came easy to me. I never had to study. Barely ever went to class in college. I'd get a textbook, I'd read it in a weekend, put it down, and never show up until the final exam. So I'm lazy.
So do you think we'll head towards a more online schooling based, especially with this whole everybody staying home and having to conduct their business from home thing?
Well, I think it should be that way anyway. I think the university is the stupidest of all things these days. You're not Google. No, seriously, you're sitting in a class for an hour, and you've got a human being with a finite brain up there, and you can't click on him. I mean, when he says something interesting, well, that's fascinating. Let's go deeper into that. Click. No, he's got a fucking class he's got to teach. Everybody's got to hear the same shit, no matter what you're interested in. How can that possibly compete with an hour at Google? It can't.
Have you looked into Richard Thaler at all? He's a paternal libertarian. He comes from behavioral finance. His whole worry right now is that the Internet of Things is going to be so widespread in human usage that it's going to be able to kind of nudge our behavior lightly in the future. He has some examples about how choice architecture can influence how people answer questions. Do you think that's going to be a worry?
It happens right now. Good God, it happens. Fuck Internet of Things. It's happening with your telephone. I mean, your telephone gives you orders all day long. You're just not even aware of it. I mean, listen, if you get into a strange city and you're looking for a sushi restaurant, you follow what the phone says. Turn right here. At the second stoplight, make a left. No. Do you think that's not moving your behavior? Please, God, people, you are slaves to this thing as it is.
So you feel more free now that you cut yourself off, or?
I cut myself off from it. I'm talking to you now over the internet. It's all one same entity, right?
I mean, like the whole.
Whether it's a phone or whether it's a laptop, as long as you're running applications on it, it's the same thing. I don't need location because I can't have location.
I understand.
Which is why I have a phone, right? So, for everything else, we have no privacy. I mean, obviously, if people are listening to this, even if you weren't broadcasting it, people would be listening to it. It's over the internet. All I'm concerned about is they don't know where I am. And that's the only privacy we have in this world anymore. And only if we don't have phones. Only if you have a phone. They can't figure out what's around if you've got no phone. It is impossible with current technology to determine or separate the dog from you in your house. Yeah, you might be able to bounce away if there's something that's a living substance, but
yeah.
No, don't worry about that shit. Worry about location. That's all you can protect about. Everybody, the CIA, FBI, the covert agencies, hackers, rely on the fact that everybody has a phone. If you break that model, you're free.
So what was the whole situation regarding you in Belize? Why'd you have to leave, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, that's a very complex story. It's a long story. Well,
long story. If you don't mind telling it again.
I thought I retired to Belize. I retired to San Pedro, which was the American enclave. I moved into the jungle, which is my mistake. I moved and I built a compound on the New River, which is the longest river in Central America. Deep in the jungle, and I was really enjoying it.
What brought you to the jungle in the first place? Like what brought
me? I started being with the Americans in San Pedro. I wanted to experience. I mean, the Central American jungle is a serious fucking jungle. It's crocodiles and parrots and howler monkeys and fucking you name it, man. It's awesome. Plus, you have all of the ruins scattered throughout the jungle that have not been excavated from the Mayan civilization. Man, just have vines growing over. You can walk in. It's nice. It's exciting. It's beautiful. So why not? I went there, but that was a mistake. I was the only white man in the entire district in a place called Orange Walk District. The second largest city in Belize was there. 15,000 people in that region. Only one white man, and that was me. They used to call me the white man. Hey, the white man, how you doing? I'm good. Without any disrespect. I had way stopped drug trafficking by the time I went to Belize. I stopped that when I was in my 30s, back in the late 1970s. That's the last drug trafficking I ever did. No, I learned all that shit early on.
What was the reason for stopping that?
Well, the easier ways to make money.
Okay.
That's all. I'm in business.
What's some of your sources of income now? You're an entrepreneurial person, or are you still trying to just stay low instead of investing in other activities right now, or are you focusing on the campaign?
Anything in years, really, except a few crypto projects. I built the McAfee DEX.
Oh yeah, tell us about the wax coin.
Oh, that was just a joke. I mean,
oh, okay.
It's just a coin we created. Epstein didn't kill himself. It was a joke coin, and at every transaction, 10% of it is burned. I don't know if any coins are left now. I mean, they get wrecked. Okay.
That is an interesting concept. That is hilarious. What are one of your current projects in crypto you mentioned?
And the McAfee DEX. It's the first truly decentralized and distributed exchange. We started out just with the Ethereum chain, all the ERC tokens, ERC20s to ERC 1440s. Then we added Tron and Binance, and now we've added Bitcoin cross-chain with Ethereum. So we'll have the full. We're still in beta. We're going to have the full product out by June. With cross chains for all of the major chains.
When setting up this exchange, do you take like a management perspective, or are you on the ground floor designing the actual exchange and doing everything directly, or do you have a team working for you? Sorry, what did you say?
I do a little of everything.
Okay.
But the unique thing about the exchange is we don't do any KYC. There's no know your customer. There's no anti-money laundering. Not my job to police the world. My job is to build shit. So we don't ask for any information. We don't know your name, your address, nothing. We're affordable. We can't be shut down because it's smart contracts on the blockchains. That's our logic. Open source, everybody has it. So it can't ever go away. Now, the SEC hates it. Governments hate it. Why? Because people want to know what people are doing. Well, I can't tell you. Our exchange is designed not to need to know anything. We don't charge any fees for listing. We charge no maker fees, only 1/4% for taker fees, and that's just a fund development, and that's not even going to do that. This is my gift to the world, because the centralized exchanges will do one of two things. They'll either be shut down, or they will have to bow to government pressure for reporting requirements. Then suddenly there's like banks, okay? and we've lost all of our freedom. So without distributed exchanges and privacy coins, we're losing the power of crypto. So there you have it.
So when using your exchange, what's something a novice user like myself who doesn't know much about computers can do to further protect myself on my end while using your exchange?
So if you don't want to be tracked, then use a VPN.
VPN? Are VPNs still trustworthy though? Do you have to get a specific one? Where would you go?
I think Nord might be trustworthy. I don't fucking know. I use hardwired from old installations that simply can't be tracked. That go through multiple countries, but that's expensive. Nord, if it's $79 a year, I think that costs. That's probably the best if you're going to download one. Tor is useless. Please, Tor was taken over by the CIA years ago.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Can you explain that more though for the audience, for how the CIA was able to do that to Tor?
It's very fucking simple. You've got servers around the world, but please, how simple is it to hack into a Tor gate? Easy.
So it's really that fragile. Wow.
Yeah, it's trivial. So, no, it's CIA controlled.
Okay, all right.
Theoretically, say you were to kill someone and then go on the run as a fugitive, where do you think you would end up probably in the world when you're older?
If
you were implicated in a murder case and went on the run as a fugitive, what do you think would be your greatest just theoretically, just floating that up in the air? What do you think? How would you go? How would you move forward from that?
Well, I'm charged with way worse than murder. Good God, I'm wanted for tax issues. Gee, fuck. Screw murder. Let's talk about serious charges.
Serious charges.
Good to know. That's some pretty bad shit in my book, but
that's fine. But they're not going to chase you across countries for murder. They will for tax. They chase.
How much do they want you for taxes right now?
Pardon?
How much do they want you for taxes right now?
They don't care about the taxes. They want me to shut up, people. Good God, wake up. I should get on the national stage, tell people I haven't paid taxes in 10 years. I never will again. And if you don't want to pay taxes, get into crypto, use privacy coins at distributed exchanges, and forget about taxes forever.
All right.
So they just want me to shut up. I don't care about the money. Good God, they can't get the money anyway. No, they just want me to shut up. They chased us out of the Bahamas. Cuba, they went to Cuba unofficially. The Cuban government called Janice and I in. This was in July, said the U.S. government has requested that we return you to America. Cuba said we were disinclined to do that. However, you are now prompt for us. We wish you would leave the country in 74 hours, which we did.
Didn't you also fake a...
Pardon?
Didn't you also fake a heart attack and a stroke to get out of that?
No, that was no. Cuba just gave us 72 hours and said, wow, that was easy. No, in the Dominican Republic, that was 7 months ago now. When we pulled in the port, we were arrested before we got into the port, and they said, you've got to go back to America. But, I hired lawyers, and 4 days later, they let us out of jail and sent us to England, which is what I asked for to begin with.
Are you...
No, fuck me. Listen, if they don't do shit like that for murder, are you crazy? Tax evasion. Yes, that's what they do shit like that for.
Okay.
You want to know what a serious crime is? Fuck with the SEC. Reveal the content of an SEC subpoena.
Right.
Now, that's worth more than 1 million murders in terms of they're going to come and get your sorry ass. And I've done that too. So fuck murder, man. I'm for serious, and I'm running for serious shit.
All right.
Theoretically, if you had to hide out, Mr. McAfee, in one part of the world, what would the location and address of that place be?
Well, how am I going to tell you that? Because I am hiding out in a place in the world, and I'm sure it's fuck. I'm not going to tell you where. So.
All right. Mr. McAfee, it was great having you on. Is there anything you would like to talk about at all, or bring up, or at least figure out into a campaign message? No? All right.
all those 38 children in Cincinnati who disappeared and then were found.
Whoa, what?
Partially, that it was not me. I was drunk at the time, and so I could not have been me. No, that's the only thing I want to get. It's a joke, people. Forget it.
Wait, yeah, we know. All right. This has been amazing. It's an honor to talk to you, sir. I look up to you. It's been great.
It was an honor and a pleasure, sir.
Have a good one, sir.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out the other projects. Pinecone Appeal showcases experimental approaches to finance, pioneered by those like Mandelbrot. Over at QuasiFinance, you can study the material for various financial exams. Neither project is meant to provide any advice, and is for academic purposes only. To play us out today, we have the band Radiora with their song, Jaded.
How was the perspective of all that?
Alright. Cut.